Anyone, in the chat box, you can answer in the messages so that I can see. You can raise your hands as well if you want to answer this. I will introduce thoda sa aur I would like to tell about myself. I'm also in panel with District Legal Service Authority. So my core practice is matrimonial and criminal. I handle POXO, POSH, very, heinous crime and sensitive cases as well. So today we will be talking about matrimonial cases. So without wasting time, I'm opening the PPT. I will be sharing a PPT with you all. Okay. Okay. So this session we will be covering the legal landscape, governing statutes, what are the acts, what are the legal remedies we have when it comes to any matrimonial dispute or complaint, the landmark cases, that change the aspect or the definition of few of the things which we will be learning in this session. Then comes courtroom and practical insights and some takeaways. Definitely, we will be discussing in the end of the session. So, without anything you want to say before we start, or shall we start? Kindly let me know. Shall we start? Admin can also tell me.
Yes, ma'am, we can start.
Okay, so today we will be covering in this Hindu Marriage Act. Then we will be covering Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act, BNS 85 and 86, BNSS 2023, Section 144, which is for maintenance. Most before it was CRPC 125, and BNS was. So, okay. So, why this practice area keeps growing? See, when I started practicing 10 years back, I met a senior and he told me that because I am practicing in Gurugram, so he told us that when the court started, there was not even a single case of divorce in that court. So, with the time, with the change of evolving nature of couples, the family court had to be introduced in the court system, like we have a POXO court, separate POXO court, fast track courts, that we call it. Similarly, we have family courts, so that the cases do are not pending in the courts for longer years. Or and family court act also introduced mediation. Why? Because most of the cases were seen that it is just about ego clashes, there are misunderstanding in the cases, there are hopes to reconcile in the marriages. So now we will be discussing about the new code, that is Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita and Bharatiya Nyaya Suraksha Sanhit. So we'll be talking about these two sections, and 84, 85, 144. What are they? So we will be going next for it. So family court are especially to handle family matters. That includes custody cases. That includes, we'll go back again. That includes divorce cases, mutual divorce cases, the guardianship cases. So family court particularly handles only family cases. Now there is one question, that do family court handle domestic violence case? No. Domestic violence cases are quasi criminal in nature, so they are handled by the courts, magistrate court, as per the jurisdiction. Okay. So what relief can a matrimonial court actually grant? What are basically, what are the disputes? What one is that they want to break the marriage, or they want a break in marriage. Break in marriage and break the marriage, both are different. That is restitution of conjugal right under section 9 of Hindu Marriage Act. that says that there is, there are some times that wife leaves the house, and the husband is saying that I want to save my marriage, there is some misunderstanding, I want to reconcile, and restitution of conjugal rights under section 9 of HMA is filed in the court. So this also comes under family court. I have seen many times. Now you have to understand practically, when you're practically in the court, when you are filing, when you are counseling any of your client, if you're speaking to your client, it is very important, and there will always be a burden of proof on both the parties, because this institute, marriage institute, never has that, there is a trust factor that you do not collect any proofs. Oh my god, this, there are sometimes, after 10 years the disputes are rising due to X factor. There are so many cases of extramaritals nowadays. So what happens in such cases? So whenever you are counseling your client, it is very important, when you are writing all the facts, you're writing with the timeline. So make sure that if you have a paper pen, you can write. The timeline is very important when you are, writing their facts, or you are listening to them. And there can be, 2 3 drafts, because if there is a marriage, I have handled cases where it was 50 years old marriage, and they want to take a divorce. In such cases, in mutual divorce and contested divorce, we will be talking about point number 1. When you are dissolving marriage, under mutual consent, it is different, because then it comes about that, in our draft we law write that it is because of compatibility issues. But when we are talking about divorce, contested divorce, 13B is mutual divorce, and there are grounds of divorce which we will be discussing what are other grounds of divorce. So when we are dissolving under contested mode, it is number one, very lengthy when it is under contested one, because you have to speak to your client about the facts, about the timelines. We are collecting all the evidences. We need to have electronic evidence also if possible. So this may consume a lot of time, and it is good to take time. Do not file in any hurry. It cannot, because the case may, the initial stage, the filing, the foundation of the case is only the draft of the case. So when you are drafting, it is very important the timeline. So these are, the cases. Judicial separation, it is, it is a very debatable thing. Judicial separation is given in mutual divorce also, and you can take separately also, but it has a 1 year validity. So you cannot exceed it, or you cannot take it again and again. Judicial separation is only, it's halfway step, only that you want to take break from the marriage and need to understand that can we survive without our partner. Restitution, I have already told you. Nullity and annulment is like, have you heard about spindas? Anyone? स्पिंदास के बारे में किसी ने भी अगर पढ़ा हो, समझा हो, पता हो स्पिंदास क्या होते हैं? nullities on the ground of age also. There are marriages that is like राजस्थान में, कई ऐसी छोटी छोटी जगहों में still there are marriages जहाँ पे child marriage होती हैं, that can be also be annulled. Then is maintenance and alimony. Alimony, there are interim reliefs, there are permanent financial reliefs, which we will be discussing. further, but yes, under section 144 BNSS, a woman can take maintenance from the husband if she cannot maintain herself. I hope you have read it in your law education when you are studying it, and if you're practicing, you must be aware of it. Section 2425 says during the petition is pending in the court, and woman or husband, it's not like that only wife can claim for it. If wife or husband cannot maintain themselves, they can ask for the litigation cost or interim relief from the opposite party. Then comes child custody and guardianship. With the name, it is very clear: interim and permanent custody, visitation, guardianship. These things are very easy, can be easily described in mutual divorce. Then we come to protection under DV Act. This came in 2005, and protection, resident, monetary, and custody orders. This is the only act that a woman gets ex parte orders in this, even if the other party is not appearing in the court or have received the notice or not. Ex parte is her right in this particular act. And law says that it should be for 6 months. The DV case should be resolved in 6 months, but unfortunately it doesn't happen in Indian court system. It may take 2 3 years, because this also follows same process that any other case follows. Then comes cruelty criminal complaint, which is under BNS, which is under the Criminal Act. We're going next now. So these are the grounds for divorce: adultery, extramarital. I have already told you. Cruelty, mental cruelty, physical cruelty, oral cruelty, any kind of cruelty, not giving food to the wife. I have seen worst of the worst cases where a woman was only given food for first time. Yes, you have raised the hand.
I am sorry, I'm not a student here, but it just came out of my curiosity.
Yes, please,
So,
Han.
do you want to give some examples under what conditions a man can ask for the maintenance and the court has granted?
For example, see, I for missed your name.
Swarnima.
So, Anima, what happens that it is only, man can take the maintenance under, like, he is not medically fit. It's a long medical any issue that he is facing, medical problem he is facing. Number three, is not able to find any job, and it should be consecutive 3 years. Otherwise you cannot ask for it, because most of the cases I have seen कि बच्चे को बेदखल कर दो जी, अब he is not part of, तो ancestral property से हाथ धो लो, and the husband leaves the job नहीं लेता. I've seen some cases जहाँ पे the husband is taking the salary in cash, just to hide his salary. He is taking in cash. So many things happen. So in such cases, when husband is not able to earn, can be medical reason, can be reason where woman has left the house with the children, and is very little children, and there is no other female to take care of the child. There can be n number of reasons, but their n is very limited.
Right.
ओके. देन इज डिसर्शन. डिसर्शन वी टॉक अबाउट कि आपने छोड़ दिया किसी को, ठीक है. इफ यू हैव लेफ्ट समवन, बट इट शुड नॉट बी लाइक 1 महीने के लिए, 2 महीने के लिए. इट शुड बी consecutive for 2 years. Conversion to any other religion, unsoundness of mind, and leprosy का भी it's marked under that wife only. Additional grounds exist under section 13(2). Bigamy of husband. Vulnerable disease, any disease that is communicable. Then entering a religious order, Babaji ban jana, okay. Presumption of death. If a person is missing for 7 years, it is presumed that that person is dead. Okay, so next is mental. I hope it is clear till now. I am not hurrying it. I am trying to make you understand. I am comfortable in English, Hindi, no other language, or Punjabi. Okay. So we will be discussing mental cruelty. There is one landmark judgment where Samar Ghosh versus Jaya Ghosh, a senior IS officer couple, lived separately for years, and there was no physical violence, but a wife was, humiliating, denying the marital relationship. So this counts under mental cruelty on husband. If you are not consuming your marital relationship, it obviously, we talk about adultery very freely, that men are into adultery, but why does it happen? What is the back end process of it? Why he is doing it? We are not understanding. I will give a pause here, and I will just say that we talk about a lot about women empowerment. uh, if we go in the history, women were always expected to take care of home, the house chores, but men were always expected to earn. Now, in this era, the living cost is very high, and wife is expecting that I want, branded clothes, branded this international trips. I want this particular pocket money because my friend is getting. Is it mental cruelty on men? Yes or no? Please give me answer on this. I have seen educated men driving the cars just to fulfill the needs of the family, standing beside the road to sell a property to get the you know get the commission out of it. I will get the commission after selling. I have seen the struggles of men as well. I will not say that struggle of women ends here. To get all these reliefs, which we will be discussing under protection of domestic violence, because there was a history. 148, I'm forgetting, because now we say 85, 86 of BNS. So at that time, women were burned for dowry. There was a high demand of dowry. कोई अगर ऑफिसर का बेटा है तो जी हमने अपने बेटे को इतना पैसा लगाया ऑफिसर बनाने में, आपको इतनी डाउरी देनी पड़ेगी, इतना गोल्ड। वी हैव सीन रिसेंट केसेस। अभी त्रिशा का केस चल रहा है इन द कोर्ट। सो आई विल नॉट से देर इज ऑलवेज टू साइड्स ऑफ कॉइन। So, yes, now we will start again that cruelty under section 13 IA. Yes. So, there are so many questions that what relief men have when it comes to matrimonial dispute. Women have the tools like, I will say a tool because I have seen so many cases which are fake, which doesn't have any strong ground. It is only for extortion. I have seen those cases, but I will not deny there are cases where women genuinely need, reliefs, but they are financially enabled to, fight the cases in the court. So 13(1) IA is the only, or adultery, is the only route to file divorce against woman, against his wife. So it not need not to be physical. I told you that if the marriage is not consumed, it is mental cruelty. Going next, dowry demand. Now see the other side of it, the other side of coin. I don't know you want to call it head or tail, but Shobha Rani versus Madhurkar Reddy. The wife left her matrimonial home alleging persistent demands for dowry by the husband and without any single dramatic act of violence. A persistent demand for dowry by itself constitutes cruelty under HMA. Cruelty was deliberately left undefined by the parliament to let courts respond flexible to it. No rigid distinction between physical. See, it is not important that there is any physical abuse in the marriage, and this is why the marriage will break. There are cases when the compatibility is zero and the marriages are irretrievable. You cannot reconcile at all. So such cases in Naveen Kohli versus Neelu Kohli is discussed. Shilpa Salesh versus Varun Srinivasan is discussed in these things. In this Shilpa, it is mentioned that 6 months cooling off period, which is filed under section 13B of oblique 2. Why there is cooling off period given? The court believes that there is scope to reconcile the marriage, but this particular judgment has given us liberty, the advocates, you can say, in the practice, that we can, after the first motion has been filed, we can file for the to waive off the cool off period under this judgment. And it is discretionary power of the judge if he wants to give the break the marriage before that cooling off period. Knowing in recent cases, I was presenting where 25 years old marriage, I did it in 2 months. It was like the marriage was dissolved within 2 months, because the judge saw that both the parties are mature, both parties are aware, there was no drama. Most of the times the females majorly they start crying in the court, so the judge will see, oh, there is still emotion in the marriage, they will not pass any order. So these things happen in the court. I've already told you about this. Do I need to repeat it? Amardeep Singh versus Harveen Kaur, this waiving the 6 month cooling off period. This is similar to the previous one. So, yes, this is very important for you to understand that since I am empaneled with district legal service authorities, I get the opportunity to visit the police station allotted to me, and we counsel the females or the children any offense against women and children. So yes, cruelty is one of them. So, Section 85, the offense, the husband or his relative who subjects a woman to cruelty is punishable with up to 3 years imprisonment and fine. So, it has been reduced. Before it was 7 years. Now it has been reduced. And Section 86 says conduct likely to drive women to suicide or cause grave injury, like it is physical abuse. So before, when it was in IPC was different. It was only about dowry death, and only family, the relatives, only the husband and his family relatives, like parents, were included in it. But now it says a husband and his relative who subjects a woman to cruelty. There are, why this BNS has come, women and children, laws has been kept on priority. This is, chapter 1 of it. So, any physical abuse, harassment to coerce her or her relatives into meeting any unlawful demand for property or valuable security. So these are defined under cruelty. Yes. So there are so many times when husband comes to me that my wife is going to file a complaint against me in police station, there is an FIR against me, what do I do? Number one, you need to understand that I'm not reading this page, but practically I'm telling you what happens in the police station. There is no FIR registered on prima facie, that because there is a complaint is registered, you get the receipt of the complaint. Number one. Number two, after the complaint has been received, the police, the IO, the investigation officer will be calling opposite party, will give a written notice via WhatsApp. WhatsApp is not acceptable in the court. I must tell you, you can deny that also, but uh, if there is speed post or any registered post given to you, that is more acceptable in the court, because I got an interim anticipatory bail on this ground only. So after the complaint is received, notices are served to the opposite party. The opposite party comes to the police station. There is a counseling session. Three to five counselings are done, trying to understand if there can be a conciliation. But if the woman denies that I cannot live in this family, I want an FIR, then the police cannot deny it. If police deny it, okay, we cannot trust the police system 100%. So if there is the police denies, so you can go for 156 156.3 CRPC. You can check what is the section for in under BNSS. Anyone, any advocate can tell what is the section for BNS. This 156.3 CRPC in BNSS. It is 175 oblique 3. So you can file an application directly to the magistrate, instruct to so that magistrate give instructions to file, to register the case. uh, is the this available, like can you see the slide? You can see the slide. How do I go back?
We can see your screen properly. You can just move forward.
Okay, I cannot go back to the slide, I can't read it. Okay. mm, I can't see the slide.
You want to rejoin again?
I will do that, है ना? I'll
Oh,
do that. Mm, how do I leave it now?
okay, I'll remove you.
Please. एक minute. It okay. It's sorted.
Okay,
It is
perfect.
sorted. Yeah. Don't let me go. So yes, acha. What if there is a fear of arrest? Anesh Kumar versus State of Bihar says that if any offense that is punishable up to 7 years, the person cannot be arrested. But yes, bail is mandatory here, which is like station bail you can take. Clear? So There is no fear of arrest in such cases. So where can the complaint be filed? uh, you know See, there are two ways of filing the complaint by the wife. Number one, filing domestic violence case. Okay. Number two is filing case in the police station. Whereas men have very less provisions, females have more provision, women has wives has more provision. So what are those provisions we will be discussing? Uniform guidelines for maintenance. Uniform guidelines means it doesn't have any religion pattern. And uniform guidelines for maintenance, that in every application, even if we are filing maintenance, either we are filing protection of for women, for domestic violence, or we are filing any for the guardianship, for the custody, or there is always one section or prayer by the complainant that I want monetary relief. Am I right? Every application has that monetary relief. In recent, one of the senior advocate was arguing in the Supreme Court that matrimonial disputes are no more about reconciliation. It is more about, or it is not about a divorce. It is more about, financial settlements. Am I right? What do you think about it? Is it right? You can switch on your cameras and just nod yes or no, so that I'm also like it should be a two-way communication. So yes, it is more of a financial settlement. But what does court say in these cases? It is like in recent of the cases, my client was asked by the opposite party to give 5 crores, one of the 11 crores. But how a man who has ancestral properties or who has his hard-earned money, a wife comes and stays for 2 months, 2 years, and take away all the hard-earned money or his properties? No, it cannot happen like this. Court asks that there should be an affidavit, which is Rajneesh versus Neha, landmark judgment say that they have to file this affidavit, which includes their 3 years of bank statement, 3 years of ITR, any property they have to disclose, any property, ancestral property, how many dependents they have. They have to, if they have any loans on them, they have to disclose every income status of them, income and expenditure status of themselves, right? So the case will not go, because it there are times you cannot hide this part that I will share. Acha, isme it is very important. They think that last 3 years, no, before marriage, at the time of marriage, and at the time of filing the case. So these 3 years are mentioned in Rajneesh versus Neha. So these three statements are filed in. So again, burden of proof is high here. It is very easy to file a case, but you cannot run away from the court's protocols. Maintenance right for Muslim women. So we are skipping it, but I will read it out, because it is uniform for Muslim women as well. There can be a customary law for them, but under Section 144, Muslim women are also maintainable. Okay. We will be discussing Domestic Violence Act, and how do we get the orders in this, what kind of orders do we have, what is ex parte order in this. So Domestic Violence Act, what it offers, the special features of the this act is that a protection order, that is A woman. Acha, one important thing I want to tell before we go ahead. It was before that, when it was this act was enacted, it was decided that this case will only for the woman um, against the male member of the male member in the family. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एक चीज मैं आपको बताऊंगी और बहुत प्रैक्टिकल पार्ट. प्रैक्टिकल पार्ट इज दैट there is a protection officer in every district or any the particular jurisdiction zone wise. There is a protection officer. When you file any domestic violence case, protection officer is called, that you have to prepare domestic incident report, dir we call it. In dir there is a format where she's been asked कि आपको खाना दिया जाता था कि नहीं, आपको physical abuse हुआ है कि नहीं, because in police station it is always a local language. So such kind of things happen. Before it was said that this particular act can be used by the woman. Acha, a woman here can be any woman, not only wife. It can be sister, it can be sister-in-law, it can be mother, it can be mother-in-law, it can be a woman from live-in relationship, wife, ex-wife also can file domestic violence case. Okay, even stepdaughter. If a person is remarried and he has a stepdaughter, even then she can. Any female is mentioned in this particular act. Now, against whom she can file? Before it was against only male members, but now against female members also. So protection order particularly says that you cannot have any contact or communication with this particular person. Most of the time women have this fear that if I file any case against my in-laws, against my parents, what if my children are affected in this? They take away my children from the school, they take away. This is a big fear they have. So in such particular cases, uh, just 2 seconds, huh? Just I'm sorry, I got an urgent call. So protection orders is one of the ex parte order. When you file the case, when you have the first hearing, the magistrate can give protection order to the woman. There are many times a female file a case while living in the same house. What happens then? The protection orders also say that a particular person, the names of the respondents, they cannot enter in that particular room. So these kind of orders are given in this act. Next is resident order. She want to share in her household. If she doesn't have ownership, these are big fears of females, that what if I file a case, I lose my share from the household. Next is monetary relief. I have that loss of earnings, medical expenses, etc. Custody order, custody of the children. So these, when the case is on during the ongoing of this case, these orders are interim. They become permanent only after the case is over and they is dismissed. If there is any breach of the orders, there is 1 year penalty, imprisonment plus fine. How far does the DV Act extend? So, without seeing these examples, I have seen cases where a woman is sitting. इसमें हम पहले पढ़ते हैं हीरा. Hiral P. Harsora versus Kusum and Harsora. A complaint against mother-in-law and sister-in-law was resisted. ठीक है. So now the new definition come and उसमें सिर्फ adult male person को define किया गया था, but later on again ये उस पे भी आ गया था that a woman in live in relationship को भी कर दिया था. एडल्ट मेल मेंबर को छोड़कर फीमेल मेंबर्स को भी रिस्पोंडेंट में बना दिया गया था. ऐसे स्ट्रक डाउन द वर्ड एडल्ट मेल फ्रॉम इट देन. So complainant can now file against female relatives too, because most of the time we have seen that mother-in-law, sister-in-laws are mentally torturing a woman living in the matrimonial institute. So Indra Sharma versus VKV Sharma also, this is a very effective judgment, because the culture of live-in relationship is growing, and it is equally that society see them as husband and wife. So a woman in a live-in relationship with a married man sought DV Act protection with married man, but it also says that if a woman is living with unmarried men also, and there is a proof that they are paying bills together, they are living in a particular place, they have rent agreement, they have any joint accounts, they can also, the woman can again go for domestic violence act and get relief. Custody and guardianship, the child comes first in these things. Court always see age and sex of the child, emotional bonds and continuity of care, each parent's stability and financial capacity, the child's own wish, any history of violence or neglect. So you know we have CWC, child welfare committee also. So they also see such cases, but mostly they see the POXO cases, or any child who is ignored. So the welfare of the child is paramount. It overrides the technical legal right of either parent and can even override an earlier custody order if the circumstances have genuinely changed. Have you seen the movie Huck? How many of you have seen Huck?
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? So Huck is one of is the real story of this instant triple talaq, जहाँ पे Shaira Bano versus Union of India, and it is one of the remarkable judgments. So how family court actually works? Uh, that there is all, when you file the case, there is always conciliation first, so mediation happens first, in camera hearings are done, relaxed procedures and reference to ADR. Even in lok adalat many cases are settled. How many of you are aware of lok adalat? Have you ever been to lok adalat? Any of you have you experienced lok adalat? Most of the people think that only 138 NI Act, cases are settled, or traffic challans are settled there. But in recent of the Lok Adalat, when I was on duty, I saw that many cases like there are Factory Act, Industrial Acts, matrimonial disputes are resolved in Lok Adalat. It is also one of the mediation institution. So mediation is going to be the future of litigation. Most of you should explore about arbitration, alternative dispute resolutions. So what do we have next? Evidence drafting, digital proof. As I've already told you, it is very important to collect evidences. Drafting is very important. Foundation of case is very important. Each timeline is very important. If you will, jumble up all the dates, it will be confusing for you only. The even the judge will not be very happy कि यार ये क्या लिख के ले आए हो आप लोग. So you have to be very careful about it. Digital evidence, if you have digital evidence, everyone has mobile in their hands. You can record, you can install cameras if there is any cruelty. But I am talking about the gentry, which is educated, the people who are educated, who can afford all these things. What about the people who are poor? How do they, and every one of you should know, and if you are like first generation advocates, how I got the opportunity to learn a lot, because I got empaneled with District Legal Service Authority. I got so many cases, matrimonial cases, criminal cases. I got more to explore, more to experiment. So from poor to rich, I am seeing all the cases. And despite of what is your income, woman has right to approach legal aid services. That is, have you heard about NALSA, National Legal Service Authority? She has all right. Children under 18, senior citizen, uh, 60 plus, आर्मी ऑफिसर्स, वेटरन्स हो गए, आर्मी वेटरन्स हो गए, अपने one is transgender, they all can get legal aid services and legal services for free from NALSA. So yes, if you are evolving, so you can go there. So yes, if what are the plead specific, not generalities. It is very important that you have a good case. आई गॉट वन केस जहाँ पे एक लड़की आई, मैम मेरे यहाँ पे खरोंच लगी है, तो क्या मेरा केस सीरियस है? क्या मैं इसको डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस में दिखा सकती हूँ? क्या मैं लंगड़ के दिखा सकती हूँ? प्लीज स्टे अवे फ्रॉम एनी केसेस दैट मे यू नो that you may enter into any future, ki the face value of the judge, of the advocate, is very important in the courtroom. Go with the genuine case. There can be addition, and deletion of the facts, but don't exaggerate the case. एक लिमिट तक आप उसको एग्जेजरेट कर देते हैं. मैंने ऐसे केसेस भी देखे हैं जहाँ पे a particular one advocate is always like in every उसकी जो पिटीशन होती थी उसमें लिखता था कि दादा ने बेटी के ऊपर गलत या बहू के ऊपर गलत नजर रखी. डोंट एंटर इनटू सच प्रैक्टिसेस. ओके. अच्छा, एक चीज इंपॉर्टेंट है, जो भी आप करते हैं कोर्ट रूम में, इट इज इम्पॉर्टेंट दैट everything is in written. Every document, every application that you're filing in the court, in the file, any new application you're filing, always take receival from the opposite party, opposite counsel. So it is important because the other party may deny, the document may be missed. So it is very important. हमारे साथ कुछ गलतियां पीछे हो चुकी हैं. मीडिएशन isn't optional, it is expected. And Srinivas Rao versus DA Deepa says that कि हमें मीडिएशन मौका देना चाहिए. हमें हाउ डिड, अगर हम थोड़ा सा पीछे जाएं, पीछे क्या, बहुत पीछे जाएंगे, when हमारे दादा दादी, my dadi, my nani was 10 years old at the time of Pakistan and India were separating, वो जब dispute चल रहा था. And my nana ji was 15. एंड उनके 10 बच्चे हुए, उनकी लड़ाइयाँ भी हुई, बट अगेन दे survived in the same marriage for, you can say, 60-70 years. How was this possible at that time? Can anyone answer? It will be very interesting if you will answer it. क्या होता था उस टाइम पे कि शादियां बच जाती थी?
Can I?
Yeah, please.
This is my perspective. So what
Hmm.
I feel that आज मतलब पहले के जमाने में तो जो औरतें थी वो बैंक अकाउंट भी नहीं खोल पाती थी, राइट?
हम्म।
तो अब तो हम लाइक वी आर डिपेंडेंट, तो हम वॉयलेंस क्यों झेलेंगे? और ये बहुत पर्सपेक्टिव था कि अगर शादी किया है तो निभाना ही पड़ेगा, यू डोंट हैव एनी अदर ऑप्शन। और
हम्म।
पहले औरतें अपने वाइफ पे, हस्बैंड पे डिपेंडेंट होती थी, तो उनके पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं था कि अब हम कैसे जाए अपने पापा के पास। तो नाउ वी
हम्म।
आर फ्री, वी आर कंप्लीटली डिपेंडेंट ऑन आवर सेल्फ। तो
हम्म।
अगर कोई वॉयलेंस हो रहा है तो हमारे पास ये ऑप्शन है कि हम उस मैरिज से, अनहेल्दी मैरिज को छोड़ सकते हैं।
I have a question that can we leave this that marriage with mutual respect somewhere?
बट बहुत कम होता है वो।
नहीं हो सकता है। कैसे हो सकता है, वही मैं मीडिएशन को एक्सप्लेन करना चाह रही हूँ। पहले बैठती थी पंचायतें, पहले बैठते थे बड़े बुजुर्ग साथ में, एंड दे यूज टू टेल कि अब आप या तो अलग हो जाओ, या फिर आप एक समय दो एक दूसरे को, दोनों अलग अलग रूम में रह के देख लो। इस तरीके के एक अरेंजमेंट किए जाते थे तब भी, बच्चों के लिए प्लीज आप सेट इस रिश्ते को निभाओ, इफ यू हैव किड्स। एंड even today, when I do the mediation, my main focus is on the children. They have not done anything wrong. They are in this on this earth out of love. वो good memories हैं। compatibility issues ये जो सब आ रही हैं, this is more because we are in this digital era. This digital era has increased family dispute a lot, I will say, because females are aware of their rights, which is good, but should not misuse it. Should not misuse it. Use it if you are actually being suppressed, you don't are able to speak out for yourself, you're not मैंने तो भाई वो भी केसेस देखे हैं जहाँ पे खाना ही नहीं दिया जा रहा 3 3 दिन तक। ठीक है, वो दैट वाज वेरी शॉकिंग फॉर मी, नॉट गेटिंग क्लोथ्स फॉर हर। आई हैव सीन केसेस द वुमन इज अर्निंग बट husband is spending that money. Narcissist is one of the word that we hear a lot nowadays. Gaslighting we hear a lot in matrimonial institution. So anyhow, common pitfall worth avoiding for litigants: naming every relative in a complaint without specific allegation against. See, I have already told you, I did not even read this slide. Documentation incidents, dates, messages, witnesses as they happen. Ignoring interim maintenance or custody applications while focused on the main case. See, interim relief is very important. Always file under section 24 जो हम डालते हैं, it is very important. Rejecting mediation out of anger without weighing. See, why mediation is important. You get to know the other party, that what actually is happening, because third person is involved in it. That is a mediator. Mediator qualified होता है, उसकी ट्रेनिंग होती है, सो वो दोनों से अलग अलग होके बात भी करता है, उनको समझता भी है। एंड द मीडिएटर इज द पर्सन वेयर ही सी कि अब यार कोई होप स्कोप तो दिख नहीं रहा है, सो अब कैसे इस केस को सेटल किया जाए, दोनों कैसे अपने अपने रास्ते आराम से अलग कर दें। आई हैव सीन केसेस जहाँ पे नहीं जी, हम तो कोर्ट में ही लड़ेंगे, कोर्ट में ही लड़ेंगे। एंड दिस इज द फॉल्ट ऑफ द एडवोकेट्स जो उनकी पार्टी के होते हैं, कि यार अंडरस्टैंड करने की कोशिश करो। बट ठीक है, फॉर द काउंसिल्स मैं आपको बोलूंगी कि अब आउट ऑफ एंगर प्लीज डू नॉट मिस एनी मीडिएशन अगेन। So, for counsel, pleading cruelty in general terms instead of a specific cumulative pattern, Samar Ghosh requires filing an incomplete or late Rajneesh versus Neha financial affidavit, overlooking available jurisdiction. Uh, ऑप्शन अंडर रूपाली देवी। अच्छा, एक इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज आई मिस टू टेल एंड आई डोंट वांट टू मिस इट, that is कि a woman can file for litigation, any litigation she can file, where she is having a shelter, number one, current shelter, जहाँ पे उसकी शादी हुई है, मैट्रिमोनियल होम हो गया, या अपने मायके से जहाँ पे उसका घर है, परिवार है, या वो करंटली जहाँ पे जॉब कर रही है, शी इज वर्किंग, or currently she is living on rent or something like that. So jurisdiction is, एक केस आया था, आई थिंक इसमें वो जजमेंट है भी, कि फीमेल्स का जो है कि जुरिस्डिक्शन को लेके एक डिस्प्यूट आया था, दैट वेयर शुड बी द जुरिस्डिक्शन ऑफ द फीमेल। सो उसका एक तो मैट्रिमोनियल जहाँ पे उसकी शादी हुई, या प्लेस ऑफ मैरिज होता है, ठीक है, प्लेस ऑफ हर मैट्रिमोनियल हाउस, प्लेस ऑफ हर पेरेंट्स हाउस, और करंटली शी इज लिविंग इधर बिकॉज ऑफ जॉब और अदर रीजन। ओके, सो again I lost the this. What to carry back to your practice? Cruelty is pattern, not an incident. Protection and misuse prevention run together. The BNSS remembering changed label, not substances. Mediation is expected, not exceptional. The child welfare, not either parents' right, is final. Thank you. I would welcome the questions now if you have any. Yeah, I'm open for the questions. Any questions?
Okay, I can read few of the questions which they have typed before. So there's
Okay.
one question from Prakash. He's asking that if divorce is done and maintained by High Court, but the
Mm,
wife filed a separate case for maintenance, and the
mm.
lower court ordered to pay monthly amount to husband while it was not mentioned in the High Court, what can be done? And if the case law is in this situation, if any case is in this situation,
Where is this question?
is it is at the top, 6:42 p.m. by Prakash. 42.
6:42.
Should I repeat it again for you?
No, 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 I will read it.
Okay.
Question, but if divorce is done and maintained by High Court, but the wife filed a separate case. So maintenance case can be filed. A divorce woman can also file maintenance. This cannot be denied. If she is not able to maintain herself, number one, if she has not remarried, she can file it, definitely. If she doesn't have any extramarital, or the children are dependent on her, she can file. There are some cases when husband pass away, even then she can file maintenance against the father-in-law first. So she can do.
So we have
And lower court order to pay monthly amount to husband, while it was not mentioned in high court order. Prakash, can you tell me lower court order to pay monthly amount to husband in what particular petition? Like in divorce case only, while it was not mentioned in High Court, what can be done? And if any case law in the, I can't recall any case law, but I can tell you the technicality कि क्या हम कर सकते हैं इसमें। Basically, wife can file maintenance. चाहे husband, अब there can be a scenario. I don't know if you are handling any particular case. Can be possible that woman is now not able to maintain herself. ओके, स्पिंदास के बारे में किसी ने बताया है? डू यू नो स्पिंदास? स्पिंदास के बारे में किसी को कुछ पता है? मैं बताती हूँ। मेरे पास एक मेरी फ्रेंड ही थी, आई। स्पिंदास में क्या होता है कि भी पर्टिकुलरली फादर की साइड से कुछ जनरेशंस और मदर्स की साइड्स की कुछ जनरेशन, दे कैन नॉट मैरी ईच अदर। जो उनके बच्चे होते हैं, साइंटिफिकली और मतलब बायोलॉजिकली इसको अनफिट माना जाता है, क्योंकि अगर सेम जीन्स के बच्चे पैदा होते हैं तो वो हमारी जनरेशन को खराब करते हैं, बच्चे अपाहिज भी पैदा हो सकते हैं, इस तरीके से बोला जाता है। सो स्पिंदाज में आई थिंक मेल्स की कुछ होती हैं, आई एम नॉट रिमेम्बरिंग दी कितनी पुश्तें शादी कर सकती हैं कि नहीं कर सकती हैं, बट स्पिंदाज में अगर मैरिज होती है तो वो उसको वॉइड माना जाता है। ओके। सो next, what is next? Yes, yes, in some cases, huge mental cruelty. What are the legal reliefs if wife and wife's parents mentally, verbally, financially abuse the husband while living at her father's house and wanting to separate the husband from his parents? ओहो, बहुत ही कलयुग आ चुका है। बट यस, इन दिस केस हस्बैंड कैन फाइल फॉर 13(1) IA अंडर फाइलिंग divorce against mental cruelty. So this is the only particular thing, giving all the facts and all the evidences. So yes, definitely it may be a big fight. Okay, what is next? Okay, the sections are said. Does magistrate order investigation after considering a affidavit, inquiry, and police submission? Opposite party can ask that we want to verify this. Okay, the particulars given in this, file, we want to verify this. They can also get it verified from the particular bank also. They can get the PAN number also. वो ITR में दिख ही जाता है। Okay, this is very informative for after. Kindly share PPT. Can husband file against wife's parents and sister for mental? Yes, they can be the respondent. They can be respondent under 13(1) IA। एक हमने किया था जिसमें हमने उसके जो बॉयफ्रेंड को, जो एडल्ट्री में थे, उनको भी बनाया था। और क्रुएलिटी अगर पेरेंट्स की तरफ से भी आ रही है तो यस, यू कैन डेफिनेटली। Yes, Arun Bhardwaj from Dalhousie. Yes, there are so many cases that leads to POXO. हमारे यहाँ पे तो गैंग पकड़ा गया था पूरा एक एडवोकेट्स का, it's a very famous case and I was on remand duty in that particular case. उसमें क्या किया जाता था, कोई भी मैट्रिमोनियल केस, I'll tell you this case, this is very interesting case। कोई भी मैट्रिमोनियल केस अगर इंस्टीट्यूट हुआ बाय द वाइफ एंड द हस्बैंड डज नॉट अग्री कि मैं इतने पैसे नहीं दूंगा जी, एंगर है, गुस्सा है, तो व्हाट यूज टू हैपन, एक पर्टिकुलर जगह से गाड़ी गुजरी, बलून वाला था, वो अपने बच्चे को गाड़ी के पास भेजता था, और वो सीसीटीवी कैमरा में फुटेज आ भी रही है, उनको पता है कि ये हो रहा है, और वो क्या कहते हैं, गाड़ी से, लड़का है वो, बच्चा लड़का है, छोटा है, अंडर 18 है, और वो जाके बाद में पुलिस स्टेशन में जाते हैं, उनको पता है कि ये गाड़ी यहाँ से क्रॉस करेगी, और वो जाते हैं कि अंकल ने मुझे गलत टच किया, मेरे साथ अंकल ने गलत किया, और इस चीज का पॉक्सो केस बनाया गया। So yes, it does happen. It had happened, and there were, crores of rupees found in the advocate's house because this was a mall practice they were doing, and उसके बाद ना जाने कितने मोबाइल्स उनके वहां से मिले, कितने सिम और गोल्ड उनके घर से मिला था। एंड दे वर वेरी यंग एडवोकेट्स ऑफ 30-32 years old ओनली, एंड दे वर डूइंग इट। ये गुड़गांव का ही केस है। प्लीज फिल दिस फॉर्म। ठीक है। नीलकंठ जी ने ट्रस्ट लिखा है, किसके लिए बोला है नहीं पता। प्रेशर, ईगो क्लैशेस, ओके, मैरिज इंस्टीट्यूट, कन्वर्सेशन, मीडिएशन एंड नैरो, वेरी गुड, लैक ऑफ अवेयरनेस ड्यू टू फैमिली, ठीक है। इफ इट स्टार्ट इन अर्ली एज अ डिफरेंट, आजकल अर्ली एज में शादी करना कौन जाता है मैम? आफ्टर रिसीविंग अ रिटन कंप्लेंट बाय द वाइफ, इज दैट पॉसिबल दैट इट डायरेक्टली रजिस्टर्ड इन कोर्ट अंडर DV? Ma'am, after receiving written complaint by wife, is that possible that नहीं 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 नहीं, अब it depends on कि आप written complaint कहाँ की बात कर रहे हो, like in police station, अगर पुलिस स्टेशन में है तो हाँ, कंप्लेंट कैन बी लाइक फर्दर इट विल बी एन एफआईआर आफ्टर द काउंसलिंग एंड इफ द वुमेन इज नॉट सेटिस्फाइड, इफ पार्टीज आर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड एंड इन्वेस्टिगेशन सेज दैट हाँ यहाँ पे डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस हो, तो एफआईआर तो होगी। बट इफ इट इज अ डीवी, तो एक फ्रेश एप्लीकेशन ही डलती है उसमें अंडर सेक्शन 12 of Domestic Violence Act. So there is phone recording of spouse without consent. And yes, there are judgments. There's so many judgments जहाँ पे वो बोलते हैं कि विदाउट कंसेंट अगर हमने एविडेंस करके, बिकॉज और क्या ऑप्शन है आपको। अगर अगले को पता होगा कि हाँ मेरी रिकॉर्डिंग हो रही है, वो तो कभी सच बोलेगा नहीं। ये बोथ आर at fault and both are asking maintenance, then who will pay? अरे ऐसे मेंटेनेंस फाइल कैसे, अगर इफ हस्बैंड इज अर्निंग वेल ही कैन नॉट फाइल, he will have to prove that he is not able to maintain himself, even if wife is earning, उसको फिर भी ये है कि मुझे मिलेगा क्योंकि मेरे बच्चे भी पालने हैं जी। ठीक है, मुझे वही लाइफ मेंटेन करके दो जो मैं मैट्रिमोनियल हाउस में अपना मेंटेन कर रही थी। In case of matrimonial, if the wife is suffering from kidney issues and after the marriage the husband denied to continue the marriage, what can a wife do? See, kidney issues is not a transferable disease, it's not communicable. कैंसर हो गया, इस टाइप की डिजीज में कोर्ट विल नॉट लिसन टू द हस्बैंड। ठीक है, इसमें डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस होता है, और ये केस, इसी सेम केस मैंने हैंडल भी किया है, जिसमें वाइफ की दोनों किडनीज फेल हो चुकी थी, एक आंख की रोशनी जा चुकी थी और एक की फेड हो चुकी थी, और उसने उसको एक गुड़गांव के घर में अकेला छोड़ दिया था, और बताया भी नहीं, डिसर्ट कर दिया था, and the brothers were living in US, and then we filed a DV in this case. So यहाँ पे डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस है, इट इज नॉट लाइक इसमें डाइवोर्स का ग्राउंड नहीं है हस्बैंड के लिए, इफ यू आर आस्किंग दैट। इस वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं, परमिशन तो नहीं है, कोर्ट रूम के अंदर तो नहीं है। बाकी जो मेल साइड 5, हाँ यस नीलकंठ यू आर राइट, मेल साइड 5 जनरेशन, फीमेल साइड 3 जनरेशन स्पिंदास में होता है। ओके, अंडर एप्लीकेशन, हाँ हाँ, कैन एग्जामिनेशन ऑफ विटनेस बी डन? होता तो है, 156(3) में ऑपोजिट पार्टी को भी बुलाया जाता है, आईओ को भी बुलाया जाता है, नोटिस दोनों को दिए जाते हैं। क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन नहीं होता है, बट हाँ दोनों अपने अपने तरफ के एविडेंस दिखाते हैं, एंड ऑन दैट ग्राउंड, बट आई विल टेल यू वन थिंग, 173 जो 75(3) BNSS है, या 156(3) हम बोलते थे पहले CRPC में, वेरी डिसअपॉइंटिंग, बिकॉज आईओज डू नॉट गिव एनी रिप्लाई फॉर 3-4 डेट्स, और डेट्स हमें मिलती है 3-3 महीने की। So, yes. So, which ADR mechanism is best to settle matrimonial disputes? See, Syed, I have recently completed my ADR course from ILS College, Pune. So, mediation is the first step. If there is any, dispute later, या आपका settlement हो गया, in most of the mutual divorce, जब हम MOU बनाते हैं, तो उसमें मैं हमेशा ये एक क्लॉज डालती हूँ कि इफ देर इज एनी डिस्प्यूट, इफ एनी डिस्प्यूट राइज आफ्टर दिस सेटलमेंट, वी विल यूज ADR। सो आर्बिट्रेशन, कंसिलिएशन और मीडिएशन, दी है ना, ये 3 हमारे मैकेनिज्म है, कौन सा हम इसको ले सकते हैं, बट मीडिएशन इज दी वन। इन मैट्रिमोनियल डिस्प्यूट्स इस मीडिएशन, जो बाकी के होते हैं वो कमर्शियल डिस्प्यूट्स के लिए होते हैं या सिविल डिस्प्यूट्स के होते हैं। If there is no matter of child, can any working wife get maintenance or compensation in mutual divorce? Mutual divorce is it's just like, आपने अपनी डिग्री पहले ही लिख दी है, एमओयू में ही लिख दी है कि आप दोनों ने पहले ही डिसाइड कर लिया है कि हमारी जब मैरिज डिसॉल्व होगी तो हमारा अरेंजमेंट ये होगा, बच्चों को लेके अरेंजमेंट ये होगा, या फिर मॉनेटरी टर्म्स में ये होगा। सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट मेंटेनेंस, यस, कई बारी वन टाइम सेटलमेंट होता है, कई बारी मंथली मेंटेनेंस होता है। सो यस, इन such cases that is completely between both the parties, how do they agree? Ma'am, transfer of petition in matrimonial cases is now a hurdle to delay now? Yes sir, वो तो है ही, definitely. Matrika, I hope I have answered your question. Thank you, ma'am. Yes. Any other question? You can contact me directly also. You can search me on Instagram. I am available with the मेरे नाम के spelling जरा ठीक डाल लेना. So I am available. I can answer any question. Anything else? Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. It's a huge participation.
Okay, everyone, you can fill out the forms if you want the certificate.